Mine too. All right, ladies, I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. That's what I do best. I just keeps it real. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I don't want to tell you a lie. I talked hard about the men yesterday, twice. So I gotta tell y'all how it is for real, ladies. If you can't comment, jump out and jump back in. Sometimes you can comment. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all why. I got my little notepad and we're gonna get right into it. And it's gonna be heavy loaded at the front. Okay? All right. The first reason he won't marry you. Numero uno. He doesn't see the value in getting married to you. He does not see the value in getting married to you. Okay, kill yourself. How about I block you? Sad Girls Club. That's why you sad. You sad? Sad Girls Club? Now you gone. Now you gone. I don't think I'm Steve Harvey. I got hair. I ain't done no Family Feud. I don't got no radio show. I'm just a man. I'm just a man. By the way, I love Steve Harvey, but we took Steve Harvey's marriage advice, and Steve Harvey had a side chick for 20 years. God bless his soul. I love him. But Steve Harvey married a woman that he'd been with for 20 years. And I heard that from comics. Okay? And now we listening to Steve? Really, Famalam? All right. I digress. Number one, he doesn't see the value in marrying you. Now, why doesn't he see the value in marrying you? Generally, that's because he's getting everything that he could get if we were married without having to be married. Okay? A lot of times, all the true things that you get when you're married, he got. Draws on the line, draws is there. We living together, or we living together. Sometimes we got the kid. Dinner ready every day. You cooking like we married? Why am I going to go all the way and actually do it? This is cool. Men only do what they absolutely have to do to get what they want. Okay? And it ain't even only about sex, although that's a big thing. Sex is a big benefit. But he got home from a long day of work and you cooking? Dinner's ready? It's lit. Why I gotta go invite a whole bunch of people I don't care about anyway? I gotta buy a ring I ain't got the money for anyway. What's the value? See, when I was dating Melissa, I couldn't get the draws. She locked it down. It was on Alcatraz and I couldn't swim. I mean, the draws was on Alcatraz. We out here giving boyfriends husband privileges. Okay? Melissa was like, you ain't finna get a damn bit of this. Man, I was like, I want a little bit. You ain't gonna get no little bit. You ain't gonna get a sniff or a whiff. I ain't getting a whiff. Nah, fam. You can't see it. You ain't even seen a bra strap line. Not even a line? Nope. We were 21 and 20. Not a panty line? I'm wearing a slip. Nothing. Wasn't gonna spend the night. You don't want to spend the night. It's dark outside. It's cold. It's raining. I'm fine. Drop me off at the house. I'm good. You want to make your boy dinner? She couldn't even cook at this time. She's like, I don't even know how to do that. I'm not making this. We dated for 4 years. 3 years. 4 years. Well, 5 years, technically. If you include, now, ain't no Netflix and chill. You want to come over to my house? My dad going to be there. Mom going to be there. Sister's going to be there. And foster kids. We've been married 11 years. Ain't no value in actually going through with the marriage ceremonial circumstances. The feast, nothing. Okay? That's the biggest reason. He don't see no value in marrying you. And really that leads into two. The second reason he won't marry you is because it seems like you're married. Girl, if you're married, to go all the way. Everything that a married couple do, y'all do. We live together. We got the joint checking account. We splitting the taxes. Waking up in the same bed. Going to sleep in the same bed. Year after year. Mama knows y'all. You come over from Thanksgiving. Mama already knows y'all. Mama loves you. Nana loves you. Grandma loves you. We got kids. What we need to actually get married. We almost married. Yawn. If you got an egg, I'm more likely to block you. Okay, I just want to let you know. I'll block you quicker if you got an egg. What's the reason to get married? What will I gain by marrying you? Used to be, if you're an egg, you should put a profile pic in, because if you could be joking and I might block you. And I don't want to do that because you might be a nice person. I don't have a time to get to know you because you got that egg. So hatch that egg. Usually the eggs is troll. They just made an account just to troll. I'll block twice in the same service. If it seems like y'all already married, what's the reason? What's the reason? What's the reason? What's the reason? It's not only about sex. It's about, when I got married to Melissa, I got the draws. Okay? She came and moved in with me. Then she started cooking for me. Before then, I was out here cooking for myself. Ramen noodles, Hot Pockets, chunky soup. There was a cold bed night after night. I was looking forward to the day. Because it was like, once we finally got married, it was like all the treasures that had not been yet available to me became available to me. She was, I'm gonna spend the night. You gonna spend the night? You could have the sweet love making. I'll make you dinner. I'll wake up with you. All that. All of these will be yours if this will just be mine. See, this got to mean something. You see this? This got to mean something. Yeah, see, the wife's supposed to come with privileges. Amen. But a lot of times, ladies, in order to keep the man, you start giving out the privileges before you get the privilege getter. This is the key that unlocks the privileges. Oh, she washing clothes, folding drawers. Your drawers are musty and she washed them. This used to unlock the privileges. Now the privileges is just out. Okay? Privileges is out. Imagine if you could get a Honda Accord on a lease. And they was like, look, Kev, you can drive it. I'm going to put gas in it for you. You ain't even got to pay the insurance. But eventually, you just think about buying it. For what? I mean, it should be like that. Imagine they just say, hey, man, you could have this car, just hold on to it for a minute. But think about buying it. But I'm going to just give it some gas. You could hold on to it. Take it for a couple months, couple weeks. Take it for a while. But, think about buying it eventually if you want to. Nah. I'm going to drive that mug for free for as long as I can. As long as I can, I'm driving it for free. I need to buy it. Couple of years. Ain't no reason for me to actually take on the burden and the responsibility of buying it if I don't absolutely have to. You think I would buy a car if I didn't have to buy a car? No. I would drive that mug till the wheels fall off. Okay? Now, when you sell that car, you run the risk that they crash it or whatever, but they don't just let you hold it on the dealership. When they let you test drive it, they're sitting in it and they hold your license back at the place. So if you got a problem, you got to make sure we got insurance before we even let you drive it. Because we got to see how serious you are about it. Okay? And it's the men's fault, but men will do whatever you allow them to do. Men will do what you allow them to do. And I'm going to throw you ladies a bone. It's not really all the good girls' fault. Sometimes it's the ladies who make it easy. If all the women said these are the standards and we all as a unit, we ain't giving up no draws no more. Ain't no cookie given out unless we married. And if all the women said it, men will be like, man, we got to start marrying them. But the problem is you holding up your standards and somebody else is like, man, you can have a little piece and I'll cook you dinner and wash your drawers and you can live at my house. And you undercutting the rest of the team as the women. The women looking at you like you making it hard for us to have standards because you over here giving it up for free. If all the women had a meeting and said, ain't no draws unless we get married, ain't none. Everybody got to have a ring. Everybody has to. Men will be like, man, we got to start marrying them. Men is out here dry. They looking down and their meat's like, nah, I can't do nothing. We would start marrying y'all. So it is some of the ones who's just giving it up, just making it hard for the rest of y'all. Because now he's looking at you and you got standards, and he's looking at bending over Brenda. Bending over Brenda makes amazing chicken. Baked chicken, she's getting up the draws, and she ain't trying to do marriage. So that's what you're really losing to, because men are like, man, we are lazy and we want the easiest win. It's the unfortunate truth about us. We want the most benefit with the least amount of work. We are efficient. We are logical beings. We are efficient. If I want to have sex and I got to marry you and treat you right and come home every night and take care of you and do this and bend it over, Brenda's like, you treat me any old kind of way and come over and I got cornbread in the oven. He gonna be like, I'm gonna just go over here. So I feel sorry for y'all, because there's a lot of women out there who are allowing the standard to be lower. But at the same time, there's a reason that Apple don't be just, when the new iPhone come out, ain't no sale. Gucci ain't got no sale. Prada, they don't be having ain't no clearance rack in Prada, because everything they sell is of value. They got a security guard in there because their stuff is of value. So the right men will be like, look, man, I don't want no easy catch. Because really, man, when you got a real man, real good man, it's just like fishing. You go fishing and you pull in the easy fish and that's this big. Nobody want that, man. Throw that back. I want the fish that's big, that's a challenge. I got to fight. I got to rule. I'm sweating. Bow here. Oh, my gosh. Now I got me a big fish. That's the one you're proud of. That's the one you take the picture of. The one you had to work for. Melissa was the first girl I had to actually work for. The rest was just shooting fish in a barrel. Melissa was like, you're cute, but I don't need to be with you like that. And I can walk myself home. And if we're together, it's cool. And if we ain't together, it's cool. I was like, hold on. What? She was like, if you were serious about me, you'll get rid of them other girls. But until you do, I know you ain't serious. And then she just kept walking. And I was like, I really got to get rid of these other girls? Really? She was like, yeah. But she had to stand her ground. You got to stand your ground. You can't say it and then don't hold to it, because he's going to be like, man, she don't mean it. She meant every word. Okay? I got 5 points. But you can always watch the replay if you're not feeling well. Okay? So the first reason is he doesn't see the value in marrying you. Second reason is it seems like you're married already. The third reason is he's really not ready. Okay? This isn't nothing you can do. Sometimes when a man does respect you and sees the true value in you. Hold on, my wife is here. Liz, you need something? You all right? he might not really be ready. And that's because marriage is a huge undertaking. And somebody's asking, do you cut them loose? Look, I'm not saying you make an ultimatum, but you also can't just let certain actions go without any accountability, without any consequences. He can't just hold you and your life hostage. If he feels like you always gonna be there, then he's not gonna have no reason to take it there. Okay? So my sister-in-law was at the point where she was like, she ain't had no ultimatum, but she was like, look, you either gonna have to marry me or you're gonna have to let me go. Okay? You gotta marry me or you gotta let me go. But you can't hold my life in balance. Because a lot of times men will hold your life in balance and then be like, I don't want to get married, then just let you go. And you done missed out on an opportunity for a good guy. So let me go. And don't let him come back. You gotta be real. Stand strong, cry your tears. Said I'm not gonna cry. But you gotta cry. Because if there ain't no consequence, there's no true action that is achieved without a consequence. I don't really like working out, and I don't really like eating healthy, eating healthy at all. Okay? But if I don't eat healthy or work out, I will be fat. My wife, on the other hand, has been blessed with good genes. She cannot eat healthy or work out and still be in good shape. Do you think that if people could eat whatever they want and didn't have to work out, they would? No. Most people don't like working out and most people don't like eating healthy, but the alternative is to be fat or die early. You mean to tell me I could be with abs and glistening baby oil without having to eat healthy? I'm in. But that's the consequence of eating unhealthy. So if he don't have no consequence when marrying you or leaving you, then he's never going to make the decision. That's tough. Because marriage is tough. Okay? So you got to make sure there's a consequence. That's by being who you are and by knowing that he has a chance to lose you. If he don't have no chance to lose you, why? 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 Good job, virgins. Good job. Yeah, us men got to get up. It's about having value. There's a reason that there's knockoff purses sold on the side of the street in New York that look like Gucci, but it's Coochie or Hoochie. You walk down that street and you don't know. Them look like they ain't Gucci. But if they look like Gucci and nobody could tell, we'd buy them. Some of us buy them anyway. Because nobody knows whether they're real or not. Okay? Number 4. Let me recap. Number 1, he doesn't see the value. Number 2, he seems like you're married already. Number 3, he's not ready. Really not ready. Number 4, he don't have enough money. Sometimes it's financial. Sheerly financial. I got to get a ring. You ain't about to be getting no cheap ring. I got to get my ducks in a row. I got to save this money. I got to do this. I got to do that. Men want to have their life in order before they make that decision. They want to be like, man, I'm debt free. I got a good car. Car ain't finna break. I got enough for a ring. Really what kills us is guys who have money for good rings. Now, that's not a lame reason. That's not a lame reason because men are prideful. My homegirl just got engaged and she was showing off the ring and I was just like, I'm glad I'm already married. Because if I had to go to the top of that ring, you know your girl looking at the rings that her friends is, everybody's doing this. Girl, look at it. Girl, look at it. And your wife's like, we got married. Where's the ring? Girl, look at it. Girl, look at it. They do use that as an excuse sometimes, but other times it's absolutely true. We don't want to get married and now your life is worse off. My life is worse off now that you married me I want to get my life together. I want to be able to provide. I want you to be like proud that you married me. And I just saw somebody say, I don't think I care about the ring. You can build together. You can build together. But if he feels like he can build a little bit and then take care of you, then he's going to want to do that. If I just got to pay this thing off, get this engine working right, save up $5,000 for a ring that you can be proud of, you know, he's going to want to do that. Now, sometimes it doesn't matter, but other times, look, I'm a proud guy. All these rings passing out, I'm like, I'm glad I got, because when I got engaged to Melissa, we were 20 years old, so ain't nobody expect me to have no $6,000, $7,000 ring. But if I'm 33 and I'm still buying the ring that I should have bought when I was 20, they gonna be looking at me crazy. And that ain't cool. Okay? Now here, this next one, y'all probably ain't gonna want to hear this. But I only say this because I know it's happening in the world. It may not be some of y'all, but some of y'all, a lot of y'all are saved. But in the real world, some people ain't saved or they ain't acting right. The fifth reason he ain't marrying you is because he's already married. He's already married. I'm sorry. Y'all know it. I got friends and family. I'm not just talking about people in the general atmosphere. He said he's gonna leave her. He said they was separated. Yeah, they separated. The time he's with you, they are separated. And he go right back to being married. He married right now. It's illegal to technically marry you. He can't legally marry you because he got this other legal marriage. He done told you everything, and I ain't calling none of my friends and family name out. But it's happening in the world. He already married. Got the family at home. I was talking to my friend in Atlanta. He said, man, side chicks in Atlanta is a thriving business. There's so many women who want a man, and there's a lack of good men. He was like, they be side chicks and know it. They know it. And I'm sorry that it has to be that way, but it's that way. 2 whole families. And you hoping on a prayer. He said he gonna leave her as soon as he said he gonna. Listen. Ain't. Why do men do that? That's a good question. Because they can. Men do whatever we can. You guys think we are good? We ain't. Giving the opportunity to be terrible, we will be. Whatever y'all allow us to do, we will do. It's the truth. We're nasty. As long as women let us do it, we will. Y'all be letting us. That's the problem. Women allow it. And we be like, yo, the game is the game. If this is allowed, why I gotta act right? If wrong is all right. If wrong is allowed, why would I act right? I'm not speaking by myself, and I'm not speaking of Christians. I'm just talking about how people be in the streets. And a dog barks. And a dog barks. Don't be scared to be married. I'm not trying to scare you to be married, because there's a lot of good men out here. I love my wife. I wouldn't do her wrong. But there's a lot more savages. And if you're starting out with a man who's not Christian, you fighting against the grain. You kicking against the grain. Touch your neighbor and say, bark. Don't tap out the game. There's hope. There's hope. But some of us be making it hard on ourselves. We making it hard on ourselves. Some of y'all in this very Periscope room done made some of the mistakes listed on today. And we like, why me? Why me? People like you, when you was acting up, you was messing it up for the whole. This game is graded on a curve. It's a curve. You got good women here, and if the majority is awful, then the game gonna be awful. And then the rest is over here. But if the majority of the curve is playing the game this way, then y'all is over here, and it's unfortunate. There's gonna be some men who's gonna bypass that part and go for this. But most men gonna take the curve. About to be in the curve. There is hope. It can be disheartening. Let me tell you, and it's disheartening to me and Liz. We're married for 11 years. We see people 20, 30 years getting divorced. I'd be sad too. But listen, that's what I told Melissa. Her parents got divorced, and she had lost hope. Like, man, this could be us. There only needs to be one man to love one woman to have one marriage go right. One man acting right to love one woman to have one marriage go right. I don't care if 79%, 99% of marriages, 88% in a divorce, the trust is this is that. As for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord. Y'all can act up. A lot of people cheat on their wives. I don't. A lot of wives cheat on their husbands. Liz don't. A lot of kids grow up without a two-parent home. Zay and JoJo don't. A lot of kids got different last names. Zay and JoJo don't. We might not be the majority, but we are what we are to ourselves. There's hope for the hopeless. There's always hope. The audacity of hope. Just like being a Christian. It's hard to be a Christian. Do you feel like people are living the same life you are? Do you feel like people are playing the same game you are? Ain't nobody playing by the same rules we are. How many people go to work with 90% of the people that you work with are Christians? Ain't. There's people at my job. If I were to give up on my marriage, they would let me cheat on my wife knowing I'm married. They respect my marriage as long as I respect my marriage. But if I don't respect it, then they don't respect it. It's hard to do anything worth value. That's Bible. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. Narrow is the path to righteousness. But guess what? The reward for hard work is better than the reward for easy work. The reward for hard work is better than the reward for easy work. I pass up on all these thoughts and booty on the sink hoes on Instagram and people who would give it up to me if I requested, and I get a good wife as a result. A fantastic, amazing wife as a result. LeBron James worked really hard. When he was in high school, his friends going out, he's at the gym shooting basketball. But guess what? He got $1 million because of it. Booty on the sink hoes. That's women who put their booty on the sink. Booty on the sink hoes. I don't like going to work 80 hours a week, 40 hours a week, 45, 50. But my check is a result of hard work. I got a decent sized house because I work 3-4 jobs and up all night. So hoe ain't no profanity. Hoe is a way of life. So don't lose hope. Because once you get what you've been working for, and what you waited for, and what you earned, it's going to be worth it. Amen? Amen. All right, I got to go. I got to clean the kitchen, and I got to play Disney Infinity with my son because I told him I would. All right? God bless you. God keep y'all. I'll see y'all in the morning.